Hello, everyone. Welcome to this month's show. I'm NinjaChris, or Chris, as most of you will have come to know me. I'm doing a mental health awareness this month, so I want to make sure everybody is aware about mental health issues and the fact that some of you probably don't actually think you have mental health issues. Some of you just think you're going along happy and everything. But everybody at some point goes through mental health issues, especially during the month of January. So, this is, I guess, why this has been selected for me to do this January, because January's so bad because the weather is a big one, because nobody really knows what the weather's gonna do, because one minute it's warm, then cold, and then really, really cold. Sometimes it can snow, but a lot of you guys over there can tell me all about your weather. You've told me how snowy it is, but it's actually gotten a little bit warmer over a couple of days over here, so nobody knows whether to go out. And people during this month who probably spent Christmas alone, they have to spend most of their life alone, and they only really get to realize it during the month of January that they they are truly alone, because they've probably seen other families and stuff enjoy Christmas. So January is a bad month for depression and and other health problems. So if you see somebody in January, just maybe say hello to them. Just give them a hello, because it might make their day. Might not make much difference to your day, but it'll make a lot to them. Just saying hello to somebody. Why not? It's not going to hurt you. Besides, talking and communicating with people is good for your mental health, your mental well-being and stuff like that. You need to communicate with people more, and that's something I personally struggle with. So that's part of my story, I guess. What I struggle to communicate face to face. I mean, this is all fine. I'm comfortable. I'm in my bedroom. It's like, yeah, I'm fine. But get face to face, I go all nervous and I forget my words, and then I start thinking, oh, I'm running out of words, and just things happen, and I never understand why, but you've got to try and beat the mental health issue you've got, because it can only be subtle for some people, but for people who are really, really bad with it can really affect them, because sometimes people get like suicidal thoughts and everything. I know that I have, because I sit in the river gardens a lot more when the weather's warmer, so it'd be more during the summer times. There's been a few times that I've thought, I'll just jump in. I've got nothing else, but something's always made me see the light. I've been talking to people, and people I've talked to during Kitten Academy and on Discord. They, I still get to talk to them, and they like, "Oi, don't stop." I get a very strong talking to by who I believe is who's chatting right now, and it's our good old Philly Mouse Anna. She always gives me a stiff talking to if I keep doing that. It's like, yeah. So I usually sort myself out anyway, so that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, mental health is a tough topic to get around. And those those of you who have fought around it, well done you. Well done you. There's still people struggling out there, and if you are struggling, there is helplines, usually over the phone, that you can call. So you can call them. A very popular one that is over here in the UK is the Samaritans. So if you call them, they'll talk to you if you're lonely and if you're having the suicidal thoughts and everything. So they'll talk to you. They'll keep you comfortable. They'll just talk to you. Hopefully, they'll keep you here for a little bit longer. It's like, yeah, you just want to talk to them people. The Samaritans derives from a biblical parable, apparently the good from the Good Samaritan, which makes sense, I suppose. The charity itself is not religious, but it only over here in the UK and the Republic of Ireland. So if you ever need to contact somebody, you can find the number of the Samaritans, call them, and they should be able to help you out and make you feel more comfortable. The Samaritans is part of a bigger chapter. The international names of that is the Befrienders Worldwide, which is what has many chapters. This includes the Samaritans. So the Befrienders Worldwide is the big whole thing. So that's what the Samaritans is part of. So either the way you're never alone. That's one thing that everybody needs to remember. You are not alone. You can talk to anybody. Anybody will talk to you if you want them to. And as I say, personally, I like to sit quietly out of the way. I know that I can talk to people because I've seen that when I've gone to church and stuff. When I started going to church and everything, I know that I can talk to people because I was talking to them there, nice and comfortable. I'm starting at the end of the story. I'm going to church, but yeah, this is mostly this is where I started to. I feel like the healing process began the last few years, though, because I was all right as a child. When I was growing up, I was all right. I had the life. I was a happy child. I just enjoyed life. Had loads of family and everything that we could talk to, and it was all great. And my dad was like an art. He did painting on racing drivers' helmets and stuff like that. So we got to go to a lot of racing events for free. So that was always good. So we got to go to see the British touring cars. We got free tickets. We also got sweets as well. I mean, a sweet that you can watch the races from. Well, we did get sweets as well. It was more just to keep me quiet. I've always noticed though that I've always been alone with things like that. It's like, yeah. It's not when I started off as a kid, but when I started off as a kid, I always kind of stuck to doing my own thing while everybody else was off playing. For example, when they played football, soccer to my American friends, if I always stood in like I always was the goalkeeper or the defender because I always was on the team that always did well, so I hardly ever got to see the ball, or so I was just like in my own bubble. But it's just the way I've always been. I've always been an introverted person, but you kind of find a way around things, and I've tried. I know this is kind of a lopsided, all over the place story, but this is just me talking, just me letting my emotions go. This is just from my point of view. And I'm sure you've all got your own stories, and that's all great. I'm happy to share mine. I can see there's lots of people, and I see I've been rambling for 10 minutes already. So I'm gonna have a drink for a moment. Say hello to everybody as well. Yep, I said hello to Anna. Mowley, welcome as always. Emily G's Music and More. Okay. Hey Lorna, how you doing? What great choice on this topic. It's always good to have the discussion of mental health. Cup of tea. No, not my style, a cup of tea, but yeah, I'll have a cup of coffee. Probably that's my. Amy Cat. Hey, good deep depression. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Amy, I hope you just take it easy. Things will get better. Think things have gotten much better for me. That's just you got to fight. If you want to be better, then it's your choice to be better. After all, you are yourself. You decide. Do you wanna be saved, or do you just want to sit back and or lie on the floor and just stay out of everybody's way? Do you want to try? It's just yeah, it's entirely up to you. I know quite a lot of people's, and you can all share your stories here as well. Hey, Jenny. Hey, well, Lorna, you suggested the mental health, so yeah. Hey, Cecilia. Joanne from Scotland. Hello. How you doing? Don't know, sometimes autism can cover a lot of things though, because I've been told I've got a kind of autism because it kind of covers a load of areas. That depends on the point of view, and that depends on if you go see a doctor or something. So I'm not a medical profession. I can't. I'm not going to pretend I know everything. But and I see that. Yeah, out of breath already. Yeah. Well, Lonnie, you weren't the right one. You showed up to the stream before, so yeah. I let, and this was the best time to do it. I found out because as I say, of the January thing, because apparently that's where most people are depressed. I guess it's because it's the kind of fallout after Christmas. You have all that exciting stuff at Christmas, and then suddenly it's all quiet again, or you were just lonely or you were just on your own in the first place. It really depends on what kind of lifestyle you live. Yeah, I think my depression came from the time when when I lost my ex, and that was a tough time, because I don't think it was the breakup per se that got me. I think it was the fact that we were kidding ourselves for so long, and it was like, why are we still together? Why did it go on for like 6 years? And it's like, why what we were just basically glorified friends, and it's just, I had to travel to Birmingham. We only saw each other every couple of weeks, and that's just messed up, isn't it? It was just never going to work. So back in 2015, that ended, and I think that's where it sort of started to begin my downfall. But thankfully, in 2016, I found Kitten Academy, and that kind of lifted me up a bit, because I found a kitten and cat live stream that is 24 hours, and I thought, wow, I've hit the jackpot here. It's like my thing. And then after a little while, back in 2018, I started doing this live streaming stuff, and I just got into that. And then I think it was because I've seen Mr. A doing all his talking on the mailbags and stuff like that, made me think, maybe I could switch my camera on and see if I could do that. And I was like, yeah, I was terrible at first, but got into it, and I'm still live streaming now. Oh, oh no, and I'm glad you're still with us. I don't know what we could have done if you'd left the planet. You'd left us. Well, only I was really ever talking to you around that time anyway, so nobody actually knew you at that point. But I don't think I would have missed you anyway. It wouldn't have been a very nice feeling, especially knowing one of your friends has gone through that sort of stuff. So it's never nice, but it's also good to let out your feelings. So yeah, right. Stress related. Well, I've got epilepsy as well. So my seizures. Actually, I think I remember a couple of years ago, I actually had a seizure on the camera, which was interesting. Not well. Everybody else saw it, but I remember I was coming out of it during the live stream, and everyone was saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I was reading up the chat, and I was like, "Why?" And then I realised how groggy I was. It was like, "Oh, well, now I can understand why everybody's saying, 'Are you all right?'" It's like, I didn't bother watching the live stream back because I didn't want to see myself jerking about and everything. That's a yeah. Oh yeah, quite a lot of you were probably actually during that one. I even had Mr. A in the Discord chat actually asked me if I was all right. So I think if you desperately want to look at it, it's the video that's called "Without a Trace." I think that was one of them. Yeah, but that's something that happened in my mind, and it wasn't wasn't fun to see that everybody had to witness all that. I mean, when I'm when I keep my do seizures, I prefer to keep them quiet, because I have a load out in the street now because I've been going out more, so I've been in the back of an ambulance quite a lot more recently. Because obviously I'm completely out of it, so whatever anybody tells me to do, I'm gonna just do it because I don't know any better. Because I'm completely zoned out, and then I get stuff attached to me and everything, and it's like, and then ugh, it's not fun. Mm, I think I think I just go very dizzy, and it's like I don't I don't know. Sometimes I get a false alarm sort of situation because sometimes I feel something coming on and then nothing happens. I just go very very uncomfortable. That's usually when I jump into my bed and then plant my face into the pillow and just hope it passes over. It's just oh yeah, biting the tongue. That's the worst. Yeah. But my tongue and my arms have never been the same because every time I have to click my arm back into place. 'Cause I don't know. I do some funny hand gestures. Apparently, I do some weird things. It's just the doctors can't seem to work out. Every time I go there, they don't. They never really know. They just keep saying, "Oh, there's no." The last time I went to the hospital for an appointment, they said that there's a new therapy that they electrocute you. I was like, and so they said that. I was like, no, not a chance. I'm not having you electrocute me just to try and get my epilepsy sorted. No, not. I am not doing that. It's like, whoa. I mean, fine. You they put wires in my head, the bloody EEG and stuff like that. They're 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 very weird. Good thing is I don't get to see it, but it's just like EEG, they're reading my brain or something. I never know. They just tell me to do, and they just tell me to lie back, and they'll stick these wires in my head. But that's fine because they're just scanning my brain at that point. And you got an MRI as well. I think I've done one of those, and oh, they love to poke and prod. Oh, Terry, hey, good good to see you here. Invanimal reacts. Hello. Yeah. Ho- hopefully that's not your full. I assume that that's not your full actual name, but anyway, you ever done a 40? I did a 48-hour EEG at one point. I had to wear this blooming pack on me. And I had to write down literally everything I did, and I was like, literally everything I did, I had to write down so they could record it. I had to record down every time I went to the bathroom. I'm like, goodness gracious me, how much paper I haven't got that much paper. I meant for writing on. Yes, Kitten Academy is the best therapy if you're into the feline area. But I'm sure if there was a puppy academy, they'd probably be all right too. Any animals, I suppose, can be relaxing. Just in our point, just most of you are all on the Kitten Academy side, so that's it's fine. We're all animal lovers here. Just I prefer the kitten side. That's fine. No, don't confuse the issue, Joanne. Lorna means she genuinely likes dogs. Don't confuse the issue, because we had a kitten class which had names of puppies, which was dog titled names. So just you, the the cats and kittens. Scotty, I believe, was like a Scottish bull terrier name or so. So she was a cat, but had dog. But the names of the cat, the mum cat, and the kittens were named after dogs, because we had Jack, like Jack Russell, and Basset, like a Basset hound. Yes, Mr. A said he wanted to get another dog at some point, I think. Yeah, you gotta be careful when the kit when you're talking about the Kitten Academy. Yeah, we got these tinies though going nuts at the moment, just being silly kittens. Really, I've been rambling and rambling and rambling. So, this has all been good for your mental health, because I've been loving it. I've been having a great laugh. So, uh, okay, that's yeah, that's usually the reason why people don't tend to like the animal as much. They tend to prefer one animal over another. Suppose mine's a similar sort of way. Just bouncing around. Sorry. Such an advancer. Yep, that's me. I'm a rambler. Well, you should all know that by now. Those of you who have constantly been watching, just here, just we'll have a laugh, really. Just chat, and you can share your experiences of your mental health. I've done my best to share what I think I've shared. I didn't mention about the. I did kind of jump to the end, but I've not really continued with that about me going to church. Actually, going to church was one of the things that led me to where I am. But in 2022 was when I got my gold card back, and that's where I was trying to lead to from the vlogging. And then, yeah, I got my gold card back in 2022, so I could go out again and just enjoy the world, because that's something that helps with your mental health. You're just getting out the house, just getting out, going for a walk. Yeah, I go out and I mostly sit in town, but that's good because I'm out the house. Because I don't know, I go stir crazy when I'm sat at home constantly. It's like I've got to get out of it. I've just got to vacate my home for a few hours, buy my lunch, because I have my lunch. So it's all for good purposes. And over the past year, I've started eating healthier. Thanks to you reminded me of that, Lorna. You've made me aware of eating healthier, so that's all good for me. I've been trying to eat healthy, but I don't want to overdo it with the health. So the exercise, the healthier eating, trying to trying to improve my life, but going out, having a walk, that's good enough for. You could get one, Lorna. You could get one. If you get one of your hospital letters and take it to the council building, you can ask for a gold card. They'll all give you one. That's how I got mine. Because when you go to the after you've couple of weeks after you've gone to the hospital, they send you a letter of what was talked about during. So I show them that, and then it's my bus pass. Surely it'd qualify because I have epilepsy, and sure, surely if because the first time I was getting it, I did ask my epilepsy nurse whether I can get a gold card, and then she wrote up a special letter saying that I can. Yeah, because if you can't drive legally, they have to give you access to travel. They can't deny you travel. So you should definitely have another go at it, and it's entirely up to you. But ever since I got my gold card back, I've been able to go out, go for a walk, do what I like, but also sit out the way of people and just watch the people while reading a newspaper. Fairly simple. And if people come up and talk to me, then I may be a bit. At first, I'll be a bit dismissive, like, "Oi, I wasn't asking for conversation today," but and then after a little while, my information gets processed, and I'm like, "Okay, you're not so bad. I'll talk to you for a little while." That's how I ended up going to the church, because these two guys who I don't know now my church friends, they just walked up to me in the river garden as I was sat on the bench just watching the ducks in the Derwent, just watching them. Then these two guys just walked up in front of me, and it's like Jehovah's. I thought, oh, they're like Jehovah's Witnesses, so I'll just ignore them. But but one of them was very persistent in just asking me all these questions. I'm like, he ain't gonna leave, is he? I'm gonna just answer. And then after a while, we started having a nice conversation. Then he gave me a card saying, come to the church tomorrow on Curzon Street. And I'm like, okay. I was just like, well, I'm not doing anything on a Sunday anyway. Might as well go out and have a look at and see what the church is all about. Ever since then, I've been going, and yeah, I've been getting you. At first, it was a little bit loud. First few times, it was like, but it's kind of like I've attuned to it now. It's just like I've become more comfortable with going to church. I think also before that started the ball rolling was not just getting the gold card, was the YMCA. When I started going to them, when I went to the first community meal, I was invited, and then I went there, had a good chat with a load of people, and then I kept going to that, at least until I hurt my leg last year. So I spent most so last Christmas I spent most of it hobbling around. So took me till the end of March to actually get back out the house again last year. But I got out. I just started walking again, and I'm fine. I'm fine now. But I'll never forget that the end of October 2022. Just that was down to a seizure as well, because the guy, I didn't realize how high them transit van things are, because I fell out of that and fell straight on my leg, and it felt like every time we tried to put pressure on it, it felt like my leg had just disappeared, and it was like, ooh, that was painful. That was pain. Uh, no, Oc- it's the end of October. I I walked around. I think I had a seizure just around the corner from my house, but because I was completely out of it, the guy who saw me was driving a van, and he took me into his van, and it didn't compute with me because I was so out of it that I'd only walked round the corner. So he asked me to get in. So he drove. We drove around. I think we drove all around Chad before he actually got me to my house. But if I was more conscious, I probably wouldn't have got in the van. And uh, I've I've been given lifts by people before. They've all given me lifts home, but usually the lift home is usually in a car, not a big transit van, because because I didn't realize how far the drop was, and when I saw there was a step, I tried to put both feet on that little step thing, and then when I moved, I tripped over and then fell and completely crushed this side of my leg. So it was, yeah, well, like I say, when I have a seizure and somebody comes up to me straight after one, they could tell me anything, and I'd probably do it because my mind is not in a state uh, to argue back, to cause any conversation back. So I just do because I just want to get home. I didn't think with my seizures, I don't actually need an ambulance. Besides, it was only just round the corner anyway. I could have. The amounts of times I've had a seizure, I've fallen on the floor, and I've just got up and continued. I've had people stood over me saying, "Are you okay? Okay?" And I go, "Yeah," and then just carry on walking without actually even changing my route or road. So it it just depends on what day it is and who sees me. Some of them call an ambulance, some of them don't. Some of them just try and do whatever. But I try. I try to avoid going to ambulance. At least when the ambulances are called, they just take me into the back of the ambulance and then stick wires onto my chest and stuff like that, and prick my finger and tell me I'm hungry when I already. They're the funny ones. It's when they prick the finger and tell you your sugar's low. It's like, yeah, but I was gonna go have my lunch, but you stopped me. It's just a I know it's not meant to be a funny thing, but we have had so many laughs about all the stuff that I do when I'm half conscious, just coming out of them, all the silly stuff that I've done. That it's just I know it's a serious thing for quite a lot of people. Epilepsy is at different levels for some people. And I think my epilepsy has improved over the years because it started when I was back at senior school, so that's a long time ago, and my seizures were about 15 minutes long and stuff like that. So the first one was a real panic for my parents because they had no idea what was happening. I think the first few seizures, that's the reason why I haven't got a bedroom door anymore, because they actually fell on the bedroom door and split it, ripped off its hinges, and now I haven't got a bedroom door anymore. So it is what it is. It's just trying to be helpful. They all try and be helpful. Everybody just tries to be helpful. They panic when they see somebody just fall over in the street. Some of them try and help. Some of them call an ambulance. It just depends on the person who I fall in front of. Some of them just don't even care about how I am. Just walk past me. I do have a bracelet, but I couldn't. But I I do have this one right here. This bracelet thing here, and I tried to put it on, but I don't know how to work it. I've never put a bracelet on before, so I never really know how to do it. But I'll try it out in the future. Oh yeah, you have to pay for your health care, don't you? Over in America, you have to pay for getting. I think we just hmm, keep it in my pocket. Maybe I've been trying to work out how to deal with it. I'll I'll work it out at some point. Okay, thank you, Amy Cat. It's good of you to be here, and I'll see you again in the future, I'm sure. Glad glad you stuck around for at least, well, quite a lot of the show, actually, I believe. I don't know. I think the government just pays for our healthcare. I'm not sure how our healthcare system works, but we've never had to pay for our healthcare. Oh, hi, MLG. Sorry, I didn't say hello to you. You you just popped in there. Sorry. I should say hello to people. People keep slipping in. I think some of it have got so many by taxes. Well, then the job centre does that for me. That's that's all good. I hope everybody's had a good month. I've tried to have a good January. You've all been doing interesting things and stuff for keeping yourself busy. So just enjoying the kittens fighting while I get my breath back a bit. Our health service is very weird at the moment. Keep reading in the paper about all these strikes and everything. It's all overpay, and it's like, why don't you just pay them? Why? Oh no, I promise never to get involved in the politics of stuff because that is a hard sector to break, and I don't want the government after me for doing controversial conversations and stuff. That's not somewhere I want to take this. I I hope everybody's mental health gets themselves better, and you all just stay strong. Yeah, you don't have to do that to people every time you walk past them. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not gonna. It's like, I'll have you. Okay, I don't know why I keep doing that now. Really? The host is going to die on camera. uh, oh yeah, can't go wrong with a bit of food. Well, I've got a hairball. Yes, yes, Philly. I don't. Ah, hello, Kitten Fango. I didn't see you. You all keep sliding in, and I just don't see you. You just keep slipping your way in. It's all good. It's always good to see you all. Food, food, food. I had a roast. I had a nice roast chicken dinner tonight for me tea. Nice chicken, uh, mashed potato, some stuffing balls. Yeah, love, nice, lovely tea. Oh, and gotta have gravy. You can't have a roast. You can't have a roast dinner of kind without a bit of gravy. You gotta have a bit of gravy. And I don't know why I'm doing that accent. What is going on here? uh, yeah, I have no idea what accent that even was. Homemade chips. Ooh. My nan used to do those. Oh, nan. Okay, let's not go there. That's well, maybe we should. Just like memory of my nan. Some of the stuff that I used to get up to when we used to be a big family. I think that's not helped with the mind either, losing family. I mean, we lost 3 family members over the space of the same amount of years, and it's like we lost 2 in one go, and then we lost 1 last year. It's just it was just crazy how quickly you could go from 7 round the Christmas dinner table to now it's just 4 of us round the Christmas dinner table. It's amazing how quickly things can change, but we have to make do. So every little roast dinner that we can have, we try and enjoy them as a family now. When we have, it's mostly Christmas and Easter at the moment, where we do a proper cooked dinner sat around the table, but yeah, it's been ages. Like I say, it's been since my nan used to do them because she had a proper chip cutter that came. You put the whole so I think you put the whole potato in, and she just closed the lid and it just sliced them there and then. And it was I think as a kid I always found that pretty cool. I think my nan let me have a go a couple of times, a few times. Used to have a lot of fun with my used to do. I used to have my granddad do me like apple chips. I don't mean, but I mean he kind of cut an apple up and then shaved the outer skin off and then just chopped them into like chip shapes. I don't mean potato apples or something like that. Would that even work? Potatoes and apples? I don't know. Old Spice. So it's good. Just hold on to whatever memories you've got of former passing family members. Just just hold on to them memories, because them memories will keep that person you're remembering, you'll keep them alive within you. They'll never pass as long as they live within you, in your heart. God, I feel like I'm doing a prayer now. Amen. No, I'm not. Pray for everybody to have good health, have a good week, have a good life, get back to your old selves, and just enjoy life to the fullest and live in positivity. Push away your negative side and become much more positive. Tell yourself every day that you're going to be positive minded that day. Just tell yourself that. Just try and tell yourself that you're going to be positive. I know I'm saying that, and I struggle with that. It's telling myself to be positive. People tell me all the time, just be positive, just be positive. And I'm like, okay, I'll be positive. And it's like, I'm positive that I'm going to be negative. That sort of thing. I'll have an apple crumble. Don't mind that. Hey, Susan. Been a while since I've seen you on it. Wasn't an I don't think I was actually doing an actual prayer, but amen to you too. Actually, I'm not from actually, that's the Philippines, I think, isn't it? In Thailand and stuff that do that. Yeah. I like the way my auntie does her crumble. She does more crumble than the apple. That's the way it's like. We get a load of the crumble and just put a little layer of apple. So do you want some apple with your crumble? Sort of thing. My auntie, I think, wants to teach me how to make one like hers at some point. I'm trying to do mental health justice. I'm just going through the sort of things I've experienced, and you guys have been chipping in and just basically telling me if you've went through the same thing, and quite a lot of you can relate, and that makes it nice to be able to chat with you guys, and it just keeps us moving on, and whatever we can learn from each other as well is good. And we're all chatting, we're all friends here. Some of us are new-ish, quite a lot of you I've seen here many times before, and we're like our own little family. So the time we do these live streams, obviously during the rest of the month, I do the cat or kitten videos. It's only really the end of the month where we all come together and you get to see me ramble and be a silly guy on camera. We're all just want to try and make people happy by doing these live streams. I just want to see if I can make happiness of the world, because we all deserve to be happy. Why would we force ourselves to suffer? Because some people, I think, they just want to suffer, and I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like that sometimes. I feel like I don't deserve to be with the rest of them. That's why I feel like I only deserve to be on my own, because I don't deserve to be with anybody else, and I don't I don't copy with anybody else, so I'll just go off and do my own thing. So it's like I don't deserve to be in the presence of those people because they do exciting things, but we're all unique, as I've constantly been told, and I'm still trying to believe it. My time will come. I've got a unique ability that apparently is gonna come out of me at some point. It's like, when is it coming? Do I did I mean did I thought, did I even deserve a YouTube channel? I mean, look at me. I'm 5 years on and I'm still rambling in front of a camera. And I've made even more friends, and you've all keep coming back, so I'm glad to have you to keep coming back, and I can keep chatting with you. We can no no but that's how I think that's how I started this. I said you are not alone, and I'm alone. I, I tell everybody else they're not alone, but I'm the one who's feeling it. I'm the one who's feeling the loneliest. It seems it's weird how the loneliest people always want everybody else to not feel alone. I suppose that's the joys of being a kind-hearted person. It's just nobody gets to see that kind-hearted version of me because nobody actually sees me really. They only get the kind-hearted me from what they see on my live streaming. Here's what it is. I'm coming into my ways. I'm trying make things happen. Indeed, that's for sure. Good practice. Blimey heck, are we nearly an hour already? Wow. I I think I knew this anyway, but I can really ramble. That's the time flying by. Time flies when you're having fun, and I did a nice balance tonight. I think of seriousness and having a laugh at the same time. So I seem to have the nice balance. Don't worry, Susan. Don't tell me that, or else we'll be here for another hour. If I keep rambling. Yeah. Well, I've been taught by the best. Watching them mailbags all the time. Mr. Ernie's rambling. Okay. Black black flips? Back flips? No, 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 no. Not I've my legs only just finished its healing, and I don't think it's ever gonna fully heal now. But I, actually, what am I on about? I could never do a backflip anyway. He looks like looks like the kittens are waking up anyway. So everybody, I just want to thank you all for coming and listening to me and me trying to tell my story the best I can. Because we've all got our own stories, and yeah, you're not alone. I'm not alone. We need to all remember that even though we feel alone, we are never truly alone. So thank you for joining me this month. Next month, I believe we're doing Valentine's Day, and that is your topic, Anna. You chose that one, and I believe I'm going to be discussing Valentine's Day and the me. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a very, very fun and awkward one. But anyway, whatever my audience wants. So, thank you. Thank you to all my wonderful viewers, and I hope to see you all again. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind to face the truth. Mama. Oh. Okay, goodbye.